Hello guys, welcome to another CS2 investing video. In today's video I prepared very nice investments you should be buying before the update. Also I will be explaining why the update is delayed. There was a certain time where in CS2 I remember it happening, there was an update coming but it didn't come just like today, and Valve actually delayed it for a few days and then we had an operation on the weekend. So maybe this weekend, I'm not saying we are getting an operation because a lot of people are saying that it's not possible anymore. Some of you are speculating that it is possible that Valve can remove some of it, but first off, I don't think it is possible. They will have to announce it being discontinued first. Maybe with some of the stickers, it is already time for the Elemental Craft stickers to be discontinued. So here I am up on WoW Skins Market. The site is absolutely good looking. I do really like the looks. The best part is that there's over 2 million different skins right now on this site, and you have a huge variety of different skins. You also pay 0% fees when buying skins on this site, which is absolutely a big W in my opinion. There is a huge variety of different type of skins. Definitely some are undervalued and you can find always some pretty decent prices you can snipe. Just go and click the link in the description, guys. I know you're also maybe investing into these stickers. You need to take your time, guys. Don't rush your investments. Everything is gonna be fine, I'm telling you. These are the next stickers to be removed from the armory, right? This is not 100% guaranteed, but this is my personal prediction. Also, in the future, I'm giving away these driver gloves racing green. I hope you enjoy my content, guys. I just wanted to give you back to the community because I do really appreciate your support. Please leave a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel. You know the drill, comment something down below, and you'll be eligible for these giveaways as always. I'm choosing like random winners, you can see it in my past videos. Definitely not the most expensive gloves, but I think one of you is gonna be happy about it. I just got them, so they're still trade banned. Also, I picked up the AWP Long Dog. This is kinda a decent investment play in my opinion. It's not expensive. This one is in a bad condition, I gotta be honest. It's like in a good well one, I think. And in the future, I think the Long Dog is gonna rise, even though not many people enjoy it. Yeah, the Long Dog is in 0.41 well one condition. Also, it's not the best looking AWP, guys, but I think the Train 20 and 25 collection will be undervalued, and also the souvenir versions could be also decent investments because the supply is super limited. Not a lot of people have these in the souvenir version, for example, and they will be way more expensive, I think, in the future. Also, something to mention, I still do have the Genesis terminal skins from the Genesis collection. The MP7 Smoking Kills. It is kinda clean looking, but not a lot of people do enjoy the MP7. I definitely don't suggest you going for like these bad minimal wear conditions that I have. I would rather go for field tested ones in a very good float. You can definitely find them maybe without any overpay on third-party websites. If you do a trade up and you adjust the floats on these correctly, it is possible for you to make like, I think, $80 profit. But at the end of the day, doing trade ups is always a kinda of a gamble, you know. I definitely don't suggest doing it. That's why I didn't care about the conditions. I just went for the minimal wears. These are all minimal wear. And honestly, I think it's a decent skin for the future. It leads up to two very nice skins, the Full Throttle and the AK Oligarch. Obviously, you know, guys, the two skins that I also have because I am very bullish on them, the AK Oligarch. Valve didn't tell us what they're gonna do with the new update, and I think they're not gonna touch the Genesis collection for sure. So that's why if the prices of these skins are going to dip because we have new content and stuff, I definitely suggest you looking into these skins because they're kinda undervalued. And honestly, prices of certain skins are also dropping right now because people are expecting an update. If the update is gonna be delayed for more than one day, I'm expecting the update honestly to be today, in a few hours maybe. I don't know how much longer it should be delayed. Maybe Valve could tell us something about it. Maybe it's a secret and we have like a special and they give us so much content. I'm not gonna complain if that's the case, you know. But if it's like only the Anubis map and that's it, that would be very sad, no? Also, I finally realized that my Mag 10's Carnivores that we've been talking about on this channel, they've already doubled in price since we bought them. It hasn't been a long time, no way. And we got them in a minimal wear condition. I think all of them are in a minimal wear condition. Some are better floats and others are a little bit worse, as you can see, but they're pretty similar, the floats 0.13 and stuff, you know. but it is kind of a good investment in my opinion, since the Gamma collection is also like really undervalued in my opinion, just like the Chroma case for example. I also suggest you going for the Chroma case because the supply of the Chroma cases is super low. It's at an all-time low obviously because everyday cases are getting opened, but sooner or later I think people will get in on the cases because the supply is super limited, and most of the investors will be keeping them for themselves and are actually not gonna open them. I think it will drive the prices even more up and not down, but it doesn't have to be only investors. Maybe some content creators also buy a lot of these cases just to keep them, you know, for a long time and open them eventually, maybe for content or for whatever purpose, you know. Also, it's not too late to buy the Desert Eagle Tilted from the Overpass 20 and 24 condition. Obviously I went for some minimal wares in a low float. I mean, this is probably not the best minimal wear you can get. You can definitely snipe some 0.07, something 0.08 and stuff. It is possible because I have a lot of them in my storage units. I'm definitely keeping them for the long run. If they get announced discontinued, I can see the price doubling overnight. It is definitely possible, and maybe if you have a lot of these, then you could sell half of your supply, but I'm probably gonna keep them for a longer period of time. Sometimes investments just come back to reality, and you shouldn't really sell if you haven't sold before, right? It will be already too late, and I wouldn't think of selling stuff, you know, unless it's an investment that is gonna completely tank and you know it in advance. Maybe you did your research, then I would completely understand it. Also, these are probably currently my favorite investment. On third-party websites you can find them sometimes, but also people do buy them in bulk because they also know that this is a nice investment. The XM run from the Train 20 and 25 collection. This one is in a minimal wear condition, 0.08 to be exact. It is a kind of good float. I'm not gonna lie, maybe this is worth some overpay, but I bought them on Steam, to be honest. I set buy prices, you know, and I just bought them. In the past I've been also buying these skins. They've made me some profit. I actually flipped them, sold, made some money, and now I got some more. These are actually for some trade ups, but still I think this is a nice investment. And once the collections get announced discontinued, because hey, we need the update, Valve, come on man, where's the update? The Train 2025 collection needs to go, because we will have Anubis back in the game in the premiere mode, and this is actually gonna be a big change. Maybe we get an Anubis package or something again, you know. What do you think, guys? When is actually Valve gonna drop the update? Maybe by the time you're watching this, the update is actually out, so let me know in the comments. Because honestly, it is like a blue phosphor, but on a Zeus. It's kind of cool, you can't lie about it. The Ascent collection is also kind of goated. It's a light blue skin, which is not the best thing that can happen, but maybe you can buy it as a play skin. It's definitely not expensive at all, and is kind of good looking in my opinion. I would be definitely going for it if you don't have a Zeus skin. Also, here's a question: does any of you have still this Car 20 Wildberry from the graphic design collection? Because in the past we've been telling you that the blues from this collection will be very nice for trade ups and stuff because they were kind of cheap. Currently they're also not that expensive, so you can maybe grab some of them as trade up fillers if you're gonna do maybe some trade ups. But I'm definitely maybe using them, maybe not, but it's a long-term very good investment in my opinion. Notoriously, blue skins from discontinued collections have been performing very well, but this one is also in effect new condition, guys. You can maybe snipe some minimal wares in a good float, or even field test it in a good float. This will be a W investment in my opinion. So at this point we're just hoping that Valve is gonna do something actually to the game. There's so much stuff they can do. The sale is gonna be on also. This is definitely happening, that the sale is going live probably maybe tonight. I mean, they're taking the time. I'm not quite sure how long they're gonna drag it. If it is really an operation, then it might just come out on the weekend, and I wouldn't be mad about it. The longer the update is not out there, the more I think it's gonna be an operation. I don't know, I just have a feeling, you know. Or maybe it's definitely gonna be something crazy related to the game. Maybe some new mechanics we have never seen before. Maybe Overwatch is coming back. I wouldn't mind it at all. So many different opportunities to use here for Valve, but currently we have no news about it. So if you haven't seen my other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch them. Also join our Discord, the link will be down in the description. We have over 330 or 40 members, and it's getting even more with each day. Definitely go ahead and join, the link will be down in the description.